as I was saying, in the blue, playing as Forge, we've got P2WScrub. Not a scrub at all. Playing a free leader, by the way.
Absolutely. And over in the red, we have Hechi 10 playing as Pavium on his best map.
It is definitely one of them.
Yep. We have some serious chopper play early on here in the center. 3 Marines versus 2 choppers, and he's microing those really hard right now.
Yeah, and the third one is coming out, so it's gonna get even scarier when he can add the rams from that thing. The Marine's trying to shoot it, but dodging every shot at the moment. Oh, and the windup works. It hits all of the Marines.
Oh no!
Now if he can keep hiding, these Marines are toast.
He may save that chopper in the back there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, 3 are totally fine.
Go chase the last one, you can do it. That's gonna be 4 Marines. Oh no!
It gets to shoot the Sentinel.
Oh my gosh!
The chopper might blow up there. Oh
no!
Close it out.
There we go.
There's a 4th
he almost
chopper.
lost all 3 choppers there.
Yeah, the 4th chopper is a little unusual, but I guess Hechi already has him, so he might as well just get shrapnel rounds and somehow heal them up.
6 population to 20, and we're 2 minutes into the game. That is exactly what Pavium is meant to do on this map. Just go around and abuse choppers for a solid 5 minutes.
True, and now he's picking up all the power that would have otherwise belonged to P2WScrub. Should allow him to upgrade that 2nd generator soon, but ammo round is already on the way for that Forge Hog.
That Forge Hog's gonna have some serious trouble though with all the choppers on the map, because Ram will just easily take that shield down. Looks like he just did scout the Forge Hog.
Yeah, now if the Forge Hog can get some pickoffs early on, that could go a really long way.
He's already picked off 1 chopper here, but it looks like he's just microing around trying to kill as many choppers like you were saying. But the actual map spread though, Scrub is actually starting to catch up on his side, but trying to get a node to get all that power back that he lost from Hechi taking it all, so that's always fun.
You were completely right earlier that the Forge Hog is actually at risk against choppers. Like, if you get rammed by 8 choppers or something like that, it's probably gonna be toast. But
it's an insta-kill, basically.
Yeah, if early on you run around and you pick them off one by one, that makes the Forge Hog extremely scary for a Pavium player, because you don't really have a strong counter to it. Your hero is super immobile, and this is one of the most mobile heroes in the game.
That is a huge risk from Hechi there, scouting with that 1-hit chopper. Just sitting up on top of the hill. But it looks like Scrub didn't see it. He's just going to move on. Yeah, we're the actual population starting to even out here. 36 to 30. What is going on that side of the map? Hechi, what are you doing? Is he going to just... He's gonna walk straight up to Scrub's side of the map here.
What is the plan there? this is definitely a Hechi moment.
Oh yeah, absolute
He's even got double sensor tower, no idea why. 1 is fine. And it's not like Forge is gonna cloak against you, so...
He's getting ready for Tech 2 when he's gonna put down that generator or something, you know.
Yeah, here's
200
the
IQ.
The sensor towers actually don't give you any leader power points, I think, so.
They don't. Oh, there comes down the grunt mines, absolutely shredding the base health.
Yeah, but then they're not gonna have anything against that Forge Hog. That is a little scary.
It's on the way.
Oh, great!
Good dodge on the anvil.
That was hot.
Looks like Forge Hog's just gonna try to pick off those grunts one by one from afar. But Forge Hog can't do too much damage to squad units because he can only kill 1 unit at a time.
Very true, and sometimes he'll miss, like just now.
Yeah. As long as those units are moving, he can't hit them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, Halo Wars 2, the way it works is units have like a tracking speed on their weapons. And if your unit is moving faster than the tracking speed, it will be able to dodge. But on top of that, if you wiggle the unit, if you change the direction that you're moving in, you're gonna be able to throw off that tracking. So rapid wiggling is definitely a great way to dodge any projectile type weapon.
I wonder if we'll see that today with like a Douglas. Those are always perfect examples. Ooh, good anvil here, picking off 2 units.
Some units like Douglas are actually gaining fire rate on top of that. So when you wiggle or when you rapidly attack and move.
Like Jackrabbits.
Jackrabbits, what else benefits?
We have, looks like P2WScrub made it to Tech 2. Both players are in Tech 2 now. We're having hogs come out from Scrub here, along with defensive ore being researched for the Forge Hog. And on Hechi's side, it looks like he's going into some raid camps, which is a really good play for him. He can get some hunters out if possible, but they are really slow, so we'll see. Both players as well have their secondary base up as well. Looks like Hechi is in ahead for that part at least, but
you know what I want to see? I want to see limousines.
Oh man, I do. As much as I want to see those, I really don't want to see them. It's like just as bad as Mastodons almost, but it's a whole leader point that you have to take, so he can't take like full salvage or can't take his lich that early on, but we'll see if he thinks he's going to get that far into the game.
Yeah, he'd probably sacrifice the offensive power in return for that.
It's 48 versus 48 population here.
And I have to say, P2WScrub's army is just better right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That mass Warthog army is going to do some serious work here.
Oh, he actually picked up mines,
two hunters.
The ultra mines are on the right side. Or about the edge. I don't know how you rotate it.
Yeah, no, I'm just at default, so that makes sense. Looks like we have the hunters starting to come out, trickling out of the base. He's got 3 up, it looks like. Those can easily take out that army, except for the Forge Hog. But, ooh, he's just standing in that aura, though.
Yeah, that's not good. One by one, again, the Forge Hog is going to be able to deal with them. It's when there's like 5, you don't want to go into that with the hogs. It's just going to be devastation. The Forge Hog are definitely doing work though for these normal hogs. It's buffing them by like 15%, I think, is the number.
It's around there.
Chat can correct me, I don't remember very well. We've got a triple pump of hogs now, and that could go up to... Oh, actually, air being added to it is pretty nice as well. I wonder if it's just going to be Nightingales or whether we're looking at a Vulture transition soon.
Oh, we have 2 hunters and an engineer fighting against this army here. This just shows the power in numbers for hunters here. These 2 hunters are combating like 5 different units here, but looks like he lost the first one. The heals are just going to help him, and he lost all of his hunters here.
Money-wise, this is definitely great for P2WScrub, but speaking of money, that's a money shot. Holy.
Ooh, he looks like he's going to pick off... Oh, he only got 1 hog in out of that, but all the rest are pretty damaged. P2W did build some Nightingales here to heal that back up, but he's going to have to stay out of an engagement for a couple seconds.
That's right, and this next army is looking a little bit scary. There's a Locust in it. Now the Locust is not very good against vehicles, but when it's targeting something weak, it will kill it eventually, and it shouldn't take it too long. There's also a Shroud, which will help to pick off the projectiles from the Forge Hog, but there's a Wolverine already ready for that, so that should overwhelm the the anti-projectile defenses.
Looks like the Shroud is trying to cloak. Ooh, that mine is going to stun all those units, though. Oh, he's just getting picked off. I don't know how this is going to go for Hechi here.
Yeah, dude, the Locust is already
Scrub's
toast.
Gonna win this.
And all the air units are gone. Engineer is almost gone, at least. I like the mines on the side, but honestly, that would have been nice elsewhere. Oh, Hechi!
Hechi's standing in the bomb here, so he's just gonna walk straight into that army. I don't know if Hechi can do anything else now.
No, he's gonna have to just sit under shields. Does he even have? He does not have shields. Why is he making 4 sensor towers?
He has all 4 sensor towers. Is this Hechi?
Is this a Mega Turret plan? What the hell?
I don't know, but he is getting shield gens up now on his main.
This guy, I love Hechi. He's so funny.
Scrub's getting Kodiaks down up on the high ground.
One of the Kodiaks is... Oh, I think I might have disconnected from this one.
Oh, is he gonna... Oh, it looks like
Nope,
he has a stun coming down into the Hogs, with Nightingales reacting by throwing some smoke on all those units. That basically makes the high ground useless. That's rough.
Dude, the rest of the units here are doing some serious work, and Hechi just sitting in that smoke, not being able to fire the weapons. Warthog is at 1 star, which is definitely gonna make him more durable.
I was watching his view here, and it looks like he was just macroing through that entire engagement. That's really rough when you have Scrub just microing everything at all times.
Yeah, that was not great. And hey, there's this Warthog on the side taking out the mini base. These little moves definitely add up over time. So if P2WScrub can keep doing that, it's going to be even harder for Hechi to orchestrate a comeback here.
He's putting a lot of pressure on him, especially right now with that that third base being taken on Hechi's side of the map.
They're stealing each other's turrets.
They're swamping. Scrub just saw that too. That's rough. And Hechi has no idea that third's over there.
You can probably expect it though. I mean, Forge gets pretty rich in the mid game. But once again, he's going for an engagement very early before his army size really maxes out. And he might pay the price.
Micro in the back with the snipers. Oh my gosh. 4 snipers just sitting in the back are going to pick off those hunters pretty quickly.
Dude, look at that range on those things. The hunters, they never had a chance. I mean, they're picking up a bunch of vehicles, alright. But those are easily being made by P2WScrub, who's sitting on a...
Oh my gosh.
What?
Look at Scrub's main. Threw a lich up there. He's going to try to take out the main.
The long grunt.
Oh my gosh, it's just getting shredded right now.
To be fair, there are Nightingales here, so there's more than enough smokes to take care of this.
Absolutely. And he looks like he did the smokes, but we have a rate of fire coming down on the units.
Hold on a second, those Nightingales are getting pretty low. And there's no anti-air for P2WScrub. A scatter bomb.
Oh my gosh, that base is at half health. He lost 2 buildings on it.
Whoa.
Hechi coming in out of nowhere, just slamming into P2W's main base here. It is healing up. I don't know if that's gonna, those Nightingales are gonna be able to hit it though, while he has his entire army up there.
No, and there's 2 Reavers on the ground, so eventually the Nightingales are gonna go down. There's only the Warthog remaining. The Hunters are still pretty good, and they're getting actually healed. P2WScrub has nothing to defend his base.
This is a crazy turn of events here. This went from 0 to killing his base almost immediately. He has the Reaper up on the high ground too, so he can get a little bit extra range.
Yeah, dude, I really thought that those snipers would absolutely punish the move out, you know? Then he started picking off vehicles, which is, okay, that's expected. But then the Lich in the bait, what?
Absolutely, it looks like we have Scrub pushing in with a Grizzly battalion onto Hechi's side of the map at the same time. They're going for a base trade here.
Okay, that's tough. That's really tough. I'm not quite sure how he can stop that. Best sell the buildings, yep.
Hechi's just walking away back to his base.
Trying to get the shield gen.
Base trade.
Engineer, can it save it?
NG's,
no.
The NG's walking away, oh no!
Just one engineer is not gonna cut it. Yep. He's a little bit late. Loses a ton of value in those buildings. But is that enough hunters to deal with the Grizzlies? It probably is, but if they run over the mines, then maybe no.
Those Reavers are going in first, though. The Grizzlies are going to be able to pick them off, it looks like.
Oh yeah, they got brutal damage against Reavers. And actually against hunters as well. And they're kind of eating some mines there.
Those Grizzlies looks like they're going to get away to the next piece of building here. But it looks like those Ultra Mines are trapping them in. Yeah, I think he just gave up on that Grizzly Battalion there all together. Looks like he's looking at his bases now, trying to get some stuff set up. Get ready for the next push. It is currently 16 population versus 49. Looks like it's starting to go into Hechi's favor here.
However, Hechi is getting his 5th generator. Sorry, he lost one. It's only the 4th.
5th? Okay, I was gonna say that's crazy. That's so many gens for like.
I really think he's going into the Scarab.
I could see it. He has been sitting on 80 pop for a very long time though, whereas Scrub is sitting on the 100 pop upgrade.
Yeah, and Scrub has lost so many buildings, man. Like the generators died last time that Hechi was in the base, right? So he's completely stuck in tier 2, and his base is being threatened. This is not pretty. Meanwhile, Hechi is just soaring in power. He's actually going to get reinforcements first, so obviously that could end up being a Scarab. He could just get it for the bigger army.
He's going to need some building killers here. That base is taking little to no damage from that entire army.
It's the Berg base killer army, for sure.
Scrub's army comp is looking pretty good though. He's gonna have those snipers back in the mix again like he was earlier, and sticking into some hogs. No real transition from him so far. Hechi's playing in something big like you were talking about though. This is...
Yeah, the resources are lining up, man, and if there's a burnout, that Scarab is gonna come out real fast. Okay, he's using the burnout on the generators.
He's trying to get the resources faster.
And he's gonna get it, especially if he sits under the shield. What is P2WScrub gonna do? I mean, you know, the snipers, they could do quite a bit of damage
good
here.
Ultramine there, and Rain of Fire. That may be too much.
Yeah,
he's just gonna walk right out of that.
But I have to say that Warthog kind of saved this army again. Just that buff on that armor. So good.
Defensive aura is... It takes his army and just says... It's basically the same as like the YapYap upgrade with
with methane. Yeah. A blister back.
Blister back. Oh no, you showed your opponent you're in tier 3.
That's the wrong mode as well.
Yeah.
Wait, Hechi
may have to be on the ground.
Dude, Hechi has vision on the other side.
Wait, what?
It's the mines. He can put down the lich if he wants to, but there's also a weak grunt.
Oh no. He's gonna get a lich, and he's gonna probably split push with a Scarab at the same time.
There is the Scarab.
Scarab is up in 85 seconds.
Oh, the engineer is going across to do the dirty work. Always the engineers, man. Never the architects.
I guess it works for a scout, but just floating on to the main. What's he gonna do?
And the other reason this is good is because he could have healed that thing, but I guess he's not gonna look. Never mind. It pulled the entire army back though, like that's got value in it.
Yeah, he that NG now lets him know that Scrub is going into some air at the same time, so I guess it was worth it. Oh, he's just going mass air now. He's completely transitioning. He destroyed all of his garages.
Oh?
That's a really bad play for Hechi's situation now, because Hechi is going to go into a Scarab, and Scarabs don't do well versus mass air.
No. He can get this maybe under control, but there's already a lot of Hornets, and if P2WScrub can upgrade them, which is very close now, that could be a huge problem. Yeah, Wingman is done, man, just now.
Perfect timing on that upgrade when you're coming into the fight here. Scarab looks like it is coming up, but it's going to take a while to get to that base. I don't think it's going to get there to save his expo in time.
True,
but
there's no
lot
shield.
Of NG shields.
It's a big problem.
No, he's not even trying to build one.
No. I'm not sure how he'll save the base, because this is a lot of base damage right here. All 4 units. Yep, that's gonna hurt.
Looks like he's just trying to take out those sensor towers. Oh, and there's the Scarab walking into the fight. Scaring off Scrub here.
Crap.
Is there something with sensor towers we don't know about?
I don't know. There's nothing
He's,
high ranged here. Like if it was paired with blistarbacks, I totally understand, but that's not the case. Anyway, the Hornet's coming back to try to save that base. The Lich really doing work there. And it's not de-targeting it either. So funny.
It looks like he's just trying to get Reavers out from the building there. And the building gets taken out, and the Lich still survives.
Dude, the Forchog is so low. It might get targeted down here. Accidentally.
Oh, it does! Oh no! Oh my gosh! It's at a sliver of health. I can't even see the red anymore. Yep, that Scarab's just gonna wreak havoc on all those units there. Along with the engineers, that's a really hard push. And it looks. Oh no! The Scarab got cloaked. He can't move now.
Yep. Move out, Hechi.
Grizzly Battalion coming down onto Rain of Fire 3.
That's hurting the army for sure. There's no hogs left basically, and the Grizzlies themselves aren't too good against the Scarab either. It's more, you more want Hornets of Vultures.
We have an Ultramine coming down as well. Looks like all of those Grizzlies are gonna take it out though before any of them go off. Those Grizzlies are going down pretty quick. That was a big investment for only about half health of that Scarab.
Yeah, and the shield is back, the big one.
There it
the
is.
Engineer shields are still ready to go whenever it's needed, so that's definitely going to help a lot. Grizzly goes down. Dude, the Forchog got healed up almost fully. That thing heals fast if you put the Nightingales on the job.
Oh, absolutely. It's completely back at full health, and that upgrade on it is not. That's gonna be rough against that Scarab, huh?
Yeah, especially with those Reavers doing the work against Nightingales. I've gotten stuck again. Is the game still running for you? Yes, it must be. Help me, Step Scarab. I'm stuck.
That Scarab is still wreaking havoc on the map, though.
Wait, what did Hechi just do? I think he's upgraded his Pavium, and that guy is next.
Oh no. He can use that, basically just heal any base at all times. He'll have pretty good defense here. Just making sure since my game froze that it caught up. What's your time right now?
24 minutes 5.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that was strange, but I guess cross-continent shenanigans, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. That Enduring Will in all of those NGs combined are just keeping that Scarab Bear alive. Oh my gosh, he has to micro the NGs right now.
Seriously,
it is almost
an
oh no!
Hechi! He's not popped a single shield for a while because they're on cooldown actually. Oh, okay, that is why. I can't blame the man.
That's rough. All of those NGs were just too busy healing themselves. That is not good.
I'm not sure the Forchog will make it out of there. Just about does.
Oh my gosh. That Forchog is on a sliver of health again. Scrub barely surviving. That's rough.
And he still didn't get a star from all that work. Yeah, not sure if every viewer is familiar with the situation, but basically, if you're moving, you don't get ranked up. So that's definitely a huge problem for especially the Forchog, among others.
Yeah, it's crazy because you'll have that unit for the whole game and not get a single veterancy.
Yeah.
And you'll have someone just get into a garrison and get vet 3 in probably a couple minutes.
True.
So, and it's a huge buff too.
It's huge, especially with a hero. It's just so much extra survivability.
Get
Really
that much more damage, and yeah, it's almost broken, or some people would say is OP. But
okay. Well, we've got the Scarab coming in again, and this time around we've got Pavium to add his slow zones and his general really godly DPS to it. I wonder whether he's gonna get his shield upgrade after this. Hechi does not have a lot of power right now, and he doesn't have his reinforcements level 2. I wonder if P2WScrub does. He's getting vultures, so yeah, we're really in late game territory now, and we've got Siege shooting across the map.
How long do you think until we see a mega turret?
Not too long. I think by 30 minutes you have basically all the points that are relevant, like, right? Basically, Lich. There is a mega turret actually, yeah.
There it is. Looks like, yep, it looks like he's putting one on each base now.
So that is where the sensor towers are coming from.
Okay, yeah, he's been setting up, you know, 30 minutes for sensor towers to finally put these up.
Pavium takes a nuke in the face. He's that strong.
Oh, we're that late into the game. I see the vulture starting to come out. He must have taken combat salvage eventually here.
Yeah, you probably have picked up every major power. What?
There it is.
Who
quit?
Why? It looks so even. Hechi just gave up. I guess he got his hero nuked and he doesn't wanna... But he was having a scarab coming up behind that. What? Is this a disconnect?
What you doing, buddy? It might have been a disconnect.
Right. Well, we don't have a way to resolve disconnects in Halo Wars 2, so they are losses. That is really awkward. We have game 2 for you guys, and in the blue with a color switch and a faction switch, we actually have Hechi here playing as color.
And over in the red with another faction switch and color switch, we have P2WScrub as Decimus.
Nice one. This is once again a classic matchup. Very focused on the Ranger and the Marines in this one, so we'll see exactly what Hechi does. He might actually go for some flamers this game, but probably not as a cheese, as Decimus is really good against cheeses.
Yeah, Decimus with his passives, for those of you who don't play this game that much, he has 3 passives. He has Fury, Siphon, and he has Killing Frenzy. All 3 of those combined when you get into the later game is absolutely phenomenal. Your units just basically get vet 1 from just that, and with the Siphon it's even worse. So
yeah, and P2WScrub is already on the way to that tier 2 stuff with a quick second extractor before mini bases. Now Hechi isn't even going to be able to steal minis as he's focusing on the resource pickups on the map. Good job with that, by the way.
Yeah, we have a pretty even spread of units here right now. Both of them are just trying to scout out. Looks like Hechi's throwing his generator onto the back mini.
Haha, the Mexican generator, I love it. Seriously, all of the Mexican players do this. And only them.
It's a trend. I mean, if they can defend it, I respect it, but
yeah, it's difficult. It's like so high risk.
Yeah. Especially when you have your base maybe like a 30-second, maybe like a 10-second walk away. So, I don't know. We'll see how it works out for him. But we have, looks like mass. Is that mass grunts? It is.
It could very well
Decimus
be
mass
because,
grunts.
Yeah, there's 2 reasons that's really good. One of them is the active Siphon ability, which in the early game just, you know, lets them keep going. And also you have Vortex, which debuffs enemies and stuns them. So that can go a really long way, especially if we've got a raid camp coming in.
It looks like he has his rally over there on that node, but he has no intention of taking it. Oh, he's too busy going on going on Hechi's side of the map here, it looks like, for the most part. It's gonna take his node.
Oh, by the way, we've got a $10 tip there from Morp, so thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Every little bit helps. You know, get chicken tenders at the end of the day versus versus something at the gas station. So.
Yeah, thank you, Morp. So you just confirmed that it's for staff. Today's staff, or
okay.
All staff? Let us know.
That's a big one. Looks like Hechi, with his massive marine army, 54 population already, is pushing around the side of the map here. I don't think Scrub has seen this yet. He has not. Scrub is mostly focused on Hechi's base right now and has no idea there's a huge army of marines going to his side of the map. That's huge. Whereas Hechi knows exactly where all of those grunts are.
True, but he's also going on the other side, so this is gonna be a little bit of a mini base trade at the very least. Oh, actually, the grunts going after the heavy supply pad together with Vortex, which will also lead the building. He sold it.
That building just okay. I was gonna say that building just exploded.
I'm not sure. He gets back more money that way, and he denies the leader XP. So I think that's what the plan was there. He also gets some power back.
He can sustain that.
Yeah, I've not seen that kind of defense in a while. I really like that Marine on the whole ground stance, by the way. And in the back, we've got ODST dropping right on top of that raid camp, getting it down to really low health. And if you can toss the satchels into the corner, you can hit 3 buildings plus the main.
We'll see. Oh, and a beam coming down, but a perfect split.
Beautiful.
And the beam is immediately canceled. That raid camp's gonna go down with all of the charges on it. Ooh, only red health.
Yeah, the beam's gonna stay a meme in this one, but we've got the 2 raid camps still alive, like you said. That's gonna be a lot of rangers if the Marines don't deal with it, so they're gonna focus down 1 right now.
There goes the first one. Yep.
Oh, the ODSTs get stuck between the grunts. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
They don't want to be there.
They gotta run. But they can't get away. Those mines are gonna slow him down quite a bit. He just has them completely surrounded now.
Okay, let's see if he can take out at least a generator or something. Oh, they're focusing the main. It's a misclick. Oh no.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, that's never gonna die.
There goes all of those Marines here. Oh, looks like he's starting to micro him again here.
Yes, was actually not too terrible.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
That was a satchel from the ODST, so
yeah.
a lot of the grunts died there, but they have Pat Brother now, and together with Siphon, this is just way too difficult to kill, man.
Especially with the Rangers coming out at the same time in the back. He's gonna be
also have
able
combat
to easily defend this.
So at least Hechi is not completely without Thief.
Yeah. He definitely slowed down Scrub's build here.
And behind this is Warthog's coming.
Uh-oh.
So let's see if P2WScrub is going to be ready for that. He's currently just pumping the elite rangers, but with a little bit of grunts, you know, you can hold on a while, long enough to make the hunters. There's no second base though, and Hechi's one is already on the way, and he's taking all the power nodes.
That grunt mine still does a lot of damage against Warthogs here. He is only sending in like 1 at a time, so we could see him get picked off before they get into mass. With a Vortex coming back up as well. Even if they are in mass, I think he can handle it with this army here. Just getting some good old map control back while you have more Marines. Oh my gosh! Archer missiles on the base takes out 2 pads here.
That is something that Hechi loves to do.
Woo! I don't think he's going to get both those raid camps here, but he certainly took out a lot of his eco.
Yeah, that's like a quarter of the eco right now. 2 buildings, it's not very granular in Halo Wars. Like, you take out 2-3 buildings, it's going to hurt. And
it's not like
is
taking
back.
out anything crazy, but looks like he's combating some Warthogs with Marauders. I do see a Boundless Siphon on his units now.
Okay, yeah, that makes a huge difference. As long as these units are shooting, they'll be healing themselves back up. So
And in the case of Decimus, he will heal forever.
Yeah, sometimes they heal forever. I have no idea what causes it, but basically, it just keeps healing as long as you're firing. That's what the base setup is. There's hunters as well now. Let's see if Hechi gets in the ODST. Looks like he does. If he hits that corner with the ODST mines, he does not.
Ooh.
He's only gonna take that one harvester.
Yeah.
Ah man, he could have hit all three though.
Looks like we have a shield generator starting in the background here. He's like, you've stripped too many bases here today. We're just gonna put a shield gen down. First shield gen we have seen in the tournament. If it goes up, we'll see.
It should do. There's really not much left for Hechi, but he's making Kodiaks in the middle of the map, so that should help him to hold on to the power node and as well as shoot at any incoming units.
Man, Hechi's eco is looking really good right now. He hasn't really lost anything so far on his base-wise, except for that one pad that got stripped early on. But he didn't even get the kill for that, so I don't know. 71 versus, 67 versus 61 population right now. Hechi in the lead on pop, and he has some Kodiaks sitting up in the middle. Still 2 bases to 1.
Yeah, I have to say, Hechi's map control right now, it's really is staple counter play right now.
It's phenomenal. He has 4 nodes to 0.
It's exactly what Cutter was built for. But can he hold the death bomb?
Yeah, that siphon is just going to completely negate that Kodiak in the center there. I don't know what he's going to do against this army.
And Marines can't beat this. So you have to counterattack. Oh, the big drop on the mini base actually.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I saw that pop jump and I didn't see it. That's going to be real huge. Because it looks like he's pushing up to his main right now. Trying to get some damage in while Scrub is hitting the Expo.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to fight against turrets there, so it's not gonna be all that easy. Jerome is also coming out, so that can take over a Marauder or something like that. There's too many Rangers to fight directly. But anyway, the UNSC stuff is trying to fight against the shield, and that's getting pretty low, and the beam is gonna hit the tank. Tank can't escape, not fast enough, but splits it off so that nothing else gets it at least.
Looks like he's gonna try to juggle. Nope, just a turret coming up. I thought he was gonna try to juggle shields. That base has a lot of damage on it though from earlier. That's a huge archer missiles. Taking some of those buildings to half health.
Oh wow.
Like we have a vortex.
Oh, that hits all the infantry though. That's a big problem with the Ranger sitting around here. And I think that should be a Hechi win.
Should be it. Yeah. Yep, there it is. So we're going on to game 3.
Was very solid. He got a decent kill death ratio actually, considering how he was absolutely countered. I like it.
That was really good.
Also look at that resource generation difference. Like Hechi really grabbed the map here.
Yeah, Cutter, he did exactly what Cutter's best at, and that was just taking the entire map early on and just holding it for the rest.
Alright my guys, in the blue we've got Hechi. He's playing as Decimus for his final game in this best of 3. Let's see what he can get done.
And in the red, we have P2WScrub going as YapYap with 10 cannon fodder queued, as is tradition.
We've already seen a grunt try to come across, but intercepted it by with this chopper. Great work. That said, Hechi has picked up 3 mini bases. What?
Oh man, that's not good for YapYap this early on, because he's gonna lose all of that advantage he would have had with cannon fodder spamming around the map. So
True. I mean, Hechi paid the price. He cut his buildings, so they are not on time right now. But
oh yeah, absolutely.
long term, this pays itself back.
Yeah, Scrub's on his 5th building here, and we have Hechi still on 3. So, and he took the mini in the middle. This man is not going to build units for the next couple minutes here.
Okay, Scrub has got to go like double bears or something.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else he can do at this point. Yeah, he is. So that's gonna be really hard on Hechi's eco if he can't, you know, really get anything out to defend this.
Agreed. Also, by the way, this chopper has been generating value all this time. This is the 3rd grunt it's picking up. And I think with a little micro, he can actually get that kill.
So he's kind of helping himself out a little bit there then.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that mine, by the way. Like, he probably would have wanted it on the resource, but anyway, he's picking up the barrels. It's gonna give him a little power.
It's like, I'm gonna take a look here, and Hechi has built harvesters on all of those minis.
He really wants the stonks.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He wants all the resources.
Methane wagon. Okay.
Okay, that's a pick.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit really strong, especially with some grunt riders.
True.
Now, one conversation I always like to have here is it a grunt rider or is it a brute rider? Because it's a grunt riding a brute.
It's a good
but
question.
It's a brute on, you know, with a grunt on top. So like, is it really a grunt rider or is it a brute rider?
It should be a brute rider. Because like if you've got a bull rider in World of Warcraft or something like that, or a wolf rider or whatever it's called, that is a rider on a wolf or a boar. So the same logic should apply here.
But this is Halo Wars, so.
Yeah, there's no logic. Never mind. Grunt rider.
We can't have that.
No.
Logic is not allowed in this game. So.
Especially not with YapYap. Like, grunt riders. Let's go. Punch buildings.
So, Hechi built on his main base. He built his extractors 4th and 5th. He's gonna be struggling on some power early game here. I think he's just gonna mass grunts for the rest of this.
Which is tough because the heavy grunts absolutely kick their asses. Not to mention the grunt riders. The grunt riders are probably the best meta unit in the game.
Grunt riders are amazing. They do good damage. They're kind of like Goliaths, but they're cheaper.
They're cheaper and they get methane, so just better overall. And did you see actually how well they can kill heroes? It's nuts.
They do a lot of damage, especially like look at that range that those grunt riders have right now, just against that grunt over there.
True, they do toss the grenades pretty good. I'm not sure Hechi can hold.
What's going on? So, Scrub's at full pop almost. He is at full pop now, versus the 50 population from Hechi here. This is classic Hechi. We've seen this in all 3 games we've played so far. At like 5 or so minutes, he just rushes the main and just hits it with everything he has.
And it's usually just a very basic unit, so he doesn't do too much damage. Especially now with P2WScrub following with an anti-infantry army. I don't think that's gonna work, dude.
He made a really good choice though here, going mass grunts, just because for those of you who, you know, don't know the game or anything like that, YapYap does not have his anti-infantry units in this matchup. He doesn't have any suicide grunts. So it basically just tells Hechi here that he can just go mass grunts here and just be perfectly fine. Ooh, that ram did a lot of damage over in at that mini. That put 4 units at red bar.
Oh man. Well, here's the thing. Hechi is trying to make a hero, but we just spoke about this. It's not gonna be a good time for the Warlord even. That's a lot of Grunt Riders on P2WScrub's side.
Yeah. Especially because how spread out they are right now. He's slowly taking the map back here. And he has the army to keep it up, because we're looking at 24 versus 63 right now.
He's gonna have all the minis in the moment, and from there it's just a matter of attacking the main of Hechi, and I'm not sure what he does about it.
However, we do have a nice sneaky expo coming up.
Yeah, the sneaky
We'll see
expo
how long
is
that
like
keeps up.
all the hopes and dreams of Hechi in there right now. Maybe we'll see some suicide grunts. That could
Great
work.
vortex here on the mini.
Nice one.
He might save it. Yeah,
Yes.
I think he'll save. Yeah, he's gonna save it here.
That's actually an important play to have right there. But the rest of the army is still absolutely terrifying. P2WScrub isn't even doing the YapYap mistakes of having too many cannon fodder. He's got good units. They are quality units. And Rangers are coming out. I mean, these grunts now have boundless siphons, so they're kind of surviving against it for a while. That's only gonna last so long.
Yeah, look at all that damage just from grunts to Decimus. It's just a methane wagon and some heavy grunts. He's taking it out. He's just ignoring it at this point. He's like, nah, we'll just walk away now. Oh, he's gonna surround it though.
Uh-oh. That is not good news.
Two-pronged attack
Dude,
with
the
the
ram.
rams coming in. And a mine.
Is he gonna push him into the mine?
Push him into the mine. Oh my gosh. That would have been amazing, but it already goes down. Oh man, 23 versus 65 population here. And that base has been spotted by the cannon fodder.
Ooh, so the rest of the army just turns around and goes right there. P2WScrub is also going to unlock a drop any moment. It's 8 minutes after all.
That's a lot of red bars if he can get something off on it. Oh, and the Sui. Ah, that's a good methane wagon.
There's the drop.
Play there.
Oh man.
That drop is, I think that drops the end of the game there. I don't know.
He has nothing. He barely has money to remake the hero. And tier 2 is like a million years away. So by the time he catches up, P2WScrub goes tier 3 and makes tanks. Like, yo.
Yeah, the power gap here was just incredible all game. I can't wait to see it on the stats after this. That may be all she wrote for Hechi here. 18 versus 75 population, and it's not even that padded with cannon fodder. There's a lot of one-shot cannon fodder in there, though.
True. It just goes to show that YapYap can play tech. It doesn't have to be the basic cannon fodder spam every time. You can make your units. They are good.
As much of a meme that this leader is, he is probably one of the best. Like, in the top levels, at least.
Yeah. Not
He has a really nice
like
high skill
Vortis,
ceiling.
but, you know, he's really strong.
We don't talk about Vortis.
True.
he's his own league, so.
Yeah, especially on this map. Imagine that.
Oh my gosh, this would be over like 3 minutes ago. Yeah, this is he has taken a lot of bases here though, trying to compensate for his eco loss in that mid game. That is an overwhelming amount of Rangers.
That gun just keeps respawning, so funny. It only happens with Boundless Siphon, like the other regeneration lifesteal mechanics, they actually work fine. It's just Boundless Siphon that's so glitchy.
Beam coming down. Looks like we have a pretty decent split here. He is going to get a little bit of units killed.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad beam, but it's also not a great beam. So P2WScrub is still pretty happy about how things are. Didn't delete his army or anything. Hechi finally makes it to tier 2, and he's got his Hammerstone upgrade on the Warlord. Now that tier 2 upgrade Warlord actually has a chance against this. But they are Rangers, so if the Rangers are well spread out, that's again another
a lot
story.
Of Rangers. Yeah, Rangers, methane wagons, grunt riders for the stun. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna change everything.
All those
Decimus
early
drop coming in.
All those early base purchases, man, they add up in leader points. Because they generate you so much experience, so you get to your level 5 point pretty fast. And Decimus is certainly one of those that can change the game.
That Decimus Warlord is getting picked off by all those Rangers right now.
Gets a good stun off.
Oh man!
And we should be seeing a beam from the Deci. Where's the
If that
beam?
Deci goes down, I can see a Resign coming in. But Decimus has such high siphon here.
Yeah, his base hit points are super high, so this should go pretty well for him. Seriously. Oh, he's already done the beam? I just missed it. Okay.
Looks like we have his drop back up. And a Vortex coming in on the Methane Wagon.
But the mine explodes on Deci, so that definitely hurts.
Yeah.
You can't micro while you're doing a Vortex or a beam, so that's a problem. And the drop is here, like you said, so I'm not sure this Deci can survive, dude. Probably not. No active siphon or anything to help out.
And he's down. 60 to 28 population here.
P2WScrub beautifully maintains the lead of 64 to 26 population, and now goes after that ninja base that Hechi tried to get up. He's known about it for a long time. Not gonna allow this to happen.
Yeah, that those locusts there are gonna be huge because what he's lacking in base damage he now has with that one locust.
Yeah, and it's
Oh my
boosted by the
gosh.
methane, so it's even better. The goblin is here!
The goblin is here. Oh no. The goblins make this the hardest leader to push in the game because he can just heal the base 3 times, and then on top of that he can place down please don't shoot me, and he can use a shield juggle.
Yeah, YapYap
so
is excellent in the late game. Maybe not the best, but pretty good.
Laser wars going on over here or something. Everyone's just going locusts.
Holy hell, they have locusts.
Oh my gosh, that locust was on one hit forever. And it finally goes down. Looks like we have a push going to the main here. Grunt Dome going down to save from any leader powers of damage. Looks like he's just gonna start stripping it.
I love about methane trucks how slow their shot is, like the ability shot. It's just so funny.
Mine chilling out. Oh, that Warlord's gonna walk straight into it.
The gun split off though, so that's good. Did you know the stun actually doesn't carry through the shield?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Shield protects against stuns and stuff like that.
Oh, pulls out the methane wagon. Great pull there. He's holding this off with very basic units here, just because of that siphon.
Yeah, they're actually gaining so much value here, but again, more and more stuff is coming in. How much longer is this going to work out for?
It looks like it's actually going pretty well. We're looking at 38 population versus 28 on Hechi's side. But we do have all of those grunt goblins in. Looks like a beam going down onto the Warlord. Oh man. Is that going to be... It looks like another beam coming down as well on 2 methane wagons. And we have the heal coming in. Saves one of them. But it looks like he gets a locust instead.
Yeah, the locust alone almost pays for it, so it's good enough.
Like, alright, we did some damage. I'll call it a day. We're just going to walk back to base.
Yeah, I mean, they took out the
back
hero,
to
so that's not too bad. Paid a very high price, so, you know, I kind of thought that P2WScrub should be going to tier 3 soon, but he's actually really far away from that. And he's got no shields, he's remaking gun goblins, not much production going on his side, so it's possible that he'll allow Hechi to snake his way back into this game somehow.
Yeah,
Just
all
a
of the
little
units he's
silly.
building are very high power. Like, the grunt goblins with his upgrades, the methane wagons, and the locusts. The locusts are quite a bit of power too. So, I feel like...
What's Hechi saying?
Hechi!
Disappeared from me.
He said it's a shame to lose to a bad YapYap player. What a man.
He's not dead yet.
Yep. Oh man. He's just gonna extend the game at this point. That was some that was some playful banter there, something like that. That's hilarious. I mean,
Win
this
is
is
a
fair
USC
though.
player, so that's
Yeah,
where this coming from.
That comment is pretty warranted. He plays against, like, you know, Liam and Almirante when they go YapYap, so I can see where he's coming from with that. But you still lost, so well.
If it works,
I shouldn't
it
say
works.
that yet. I shouldn't say that yet. You know, he does have all these units up top here doing some decent damage to the top mini, but
it is difficult for P2WScrub because he is a USC main and doesn't play much Spanish. So compared to that, this is pretty solid. He made a comeback from a pretty steady situation. What's that?
I wonder how much UNSC he does play.
It's mostly Forge, like he almost always plays Forge on ladder. And that's so many locusts, like there's no way to defend against this anymore, I think. We've got the anti-vehicle turrets coming in, there's no shield.
Oh my gosh. 8 locusts.
Yeah, this is funny. This is Halo Wars 1 right now.
When you get like 15 locusts and just hit the Y ability right on the main.
Yeah.
So that's what this is right here.
Oh,
Looks like the
Grunto,
Grunt Dome's
okay.
coming down. And he dodges that entire stun. Oh man.
Yep, just made it down, whatever.
Yep, there it goes.
Maybe
leader point
maybe
coming up
feign the base,
for
that would be
Hechi.
actually pretty good. He's doing it. Oh, the Desi!
Oh no!
Desi and the beam
Oh,
and the
perfect
dream.
heal.
But it's just gonna stay a meme as Hechi dies.
Oh man. There it is.
And he's gonna have to watch this stream.
There's the timer. 50 seconds. So, at this point, we just, wait. That was a good series we had going on here. I'm really sad that the first game ended in a DC like that where
Oh,
everyone
man.
got kicked out, except for one person, but,
Oh.
I really wish I could have seen the rest of that match, but these other 2 matches were great.
Yeah,
they really
I agree.
used the advantages of each leader, like you have this crazy army that only YapYap can do. And then Cutter last game, you saw just absolutely just demolishing map control the entire game.
Yeah.
Really great game from both of them here.
Yeah, we got the GG noob at the end. It's always funny when the losing player says that. Oh well.
Oh, Hechi. It's okay.
Next time.
Hey, man, there's always a next tournament coming up.
There is the next tournament, so hope to see Hechi there. Hope to see P2WScrub there too. But
Absolutely.
today, we've got more of P2WScrub coming up, so let's see what he does.